Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a beginning of the month for February Tarot Oracle reading. And Pisces, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Pisces, we still all have a little bit of Pisces in us. If you do have your birth chart, which house is Pisces in, that's where this will show up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. Keep in mind, this is a general or collective reading, so parts of it may or may not resonate. Take what works for you and just leave the rest. Also, this is a timely reading, meaning that if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. If it has been some time since I've posted this, take a look at what was going on back then in your life, and it may give you further clarity in your situation now. So here we have the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. This is for the entire reading. So we have the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords, she's sitting on her throne. She's got her sword up in her right hand. That means she is willing to use it and probably kind of wants to, it looks like. She's got her left hand out and she's willing to receive. Her head is above the clouds, so she has clarity. She's considered the coldest queen of the four in the tarot deck, and that's generally because she's been there, she's done that, she's bought the t-shirt, has a souvenir, has no interest in putting up with any bullshit from anyone. So if you come towards her, you have to come in correct, or she'll just be off with your head. That's the energy. And then we have underlying energy for this bottom part of my spread, and this is the Wounded Warrior, the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands is representing 9 different actions here. The wands represent action, and there's 8 behind him. So he has managed to plant the seeds, and then this is the harvest from those wands. Some of them may be burdensome, some may not, because look at he's been through it. You can see he's been through it. And they call this the Wounded Warrior. Oh, here's my co-pilot, Stella, my little cat. She was sound asleep. Did you hear I was doing a reading without you? I'm sorry. Her job is to purr. And she does a good job, don't you? Okay, you purr, and I'm going to continue with the reading, Stella. Good girl. Now she has happy feet, so we're in good. A cat's purr raises the vibration, and it's a very healing vibration. You may not be able to hear her purring, but she is purring away here now, and so she really takes her job seriously. We have, so the Wounded Warrior, he could use some healing energy, Stella, yeah. So he's been through it. It's like this is representing someone that is doing their best to stay on their path, like get what they need to get done, but they've been through the mill. It looks like the Queen. This could represent the Queen's energy. The swords represent your mind and your mental intellect, and then this would be actions taken around that. And the Queen of Swords wasn't always so cold. And she isn't actually that cold. She just doesn't, this is the condition she was in, and she doesn't want to revisit it. That's the energy. Then we have, okay, because now we have the Five of Cups. Oh, we're off to a smashing start here, Pisces. Don't panic, it probably will get better. The Three of Cups, or the Five of Cups, represents someone who has a lot of regret. This is it could be regret, this is generally about, the cups are generally about love and relationship. So this could be a romantic love, your partner, whatever. And this is spilt wine. There's 2 cups that have spilt wine and one that has some other liquid spilt. So there's 2 cups standing, and this is kind of the energy is saying that quite often, this is talking about infidelity, that there was a third person in a relationship where there should just be 2. This person's in regret. It could be this Queen's energy. It could be regret for having cheated, or regret for having ever gotten involved with someone that cheated, that kind of energy. And so, a person could stand here for the rest of their life and just keep staring, but You know, if you've ever heard the saying, don't cry over spilt milk, because what are you going to do? You're not going to be able to recover it. So this energy is talking about the best thing this person could do is turn around and notice, okay, I've got 2 cups standing here, and I'm going to be grateful and appreciate those, and I'm going to walk down this path, cross the bridge over troubled waters, and go to my castle. And you can see even the castle in the background there. This is dilapidated on one side and it's standing in the other. So this energy is talking about, you know, is the glass half full or the glass half empty? So that's kind of the situation that you feel you're in at this moment. Disappointed in love, yeah. So again, here we have it again. So this card is definitely, this person's gone to higher ground just to sit and pout, basically. The universe is offering another cup of love, it looks like, and he's like, are you kidding me? Like, after what I've been through, like, I don't want more of the same old shift. I don't think I'm ever going to love again, that kind of energy. So you can see this, you know, has really hit hard. And now this can represent 3 strikes and you're out. So he may have given his partner 3 opportunities to do better, and now they're asking for another chance, and he's like, no, I don't think so. Or it could be that there was like an infidelity and there's a 3rd person in a relationship where there should only be 2. And it could also represent having 3 different relationships that were very disappointing, basically. So we're going to see, okay, what more is happening here. We've got temperance. So temperance is about being devoted to your life path. It's kind of an energy of, I'm just getting here, like, really, you could be like this, and this is regret, disappointment, being cold. You know, would you rather be better or would you rather be bitter? That's the kind of energy. And so this is talking about healing energy. A lot of people, the temperance card represents having patience for, you know, to stay on your path and be devoted to your divine path. And your divine path, basically, when people ask, you know, what's my purpose? Your purpose is to be the best version that you can be of yourself. And so it's hard to do that if you're bitter and you're disappointed and you're in regret. So there needs some healing to be done. And this is talking about wanting to do the healing so that you can open your heart up again and get back on your path here. That represents, is the sun at the end there is representing the path. And so this is, she's got her right foot in the universal waters, and she's pouring herself into the water and then taking that. It's like an alchemy. And then she's got her left foot on the earth, grounding her to the earth. So this is saying, bringing her own special, unique flavor into the soup of the universe, basically, and then bringing that energy down to earth. And then we have the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth as a gift from the God. So this is talking about the divine is offering, there's going to be some truth to whatever happened here. She's going to, this is your energy, this is your internal forces. So this is saying that you will receive the truth, you will know the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And this is God helping you out, because it's like you can't heal until you know the truth. You don't want to even. And then we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords is considered like, the King of Swords is representing mental intelligence. It's representing, you know, discipline over your mind. This would generally be a professional that is at the top of their game, like, and it would be someone that uses their words and their mind to be able to earn their living. So someone that would be in, you know, more in a professional career, and that could be like, it could be a politician, it could be, and if it's a politician, it's like the prime minister or the president, or, you know, the king of a country, well, like a king, that kind of energy. And this could be like, if it's a lawyer, it's someone that's a partner at the firm, a head prosecutor, a judge, you know, at the Supreme Court level. Like it's someone who's at the top. It could be someone in the Senate, a minister, and quite often this is representing law enforcement. So it could be like the top minister in charge of public justice. And this could also be a police chief, that kind of energy. So someone who's really has a lot of authority and is able to use their words to benefit, like for their career and to benefit others. Quite often this can also represent a divorce lawyer kind of energy. So the King of Swords is very much aware that words can be used as weapons, and also that talk is cheap. Actions speak louder than words. And so he's very careful with his words. Like, he understands the power of the spoken word and also the written word. And then, whoops, we have, this one belongs up here. We have, okay, do have some pentacles coming in. So this is talking about, the pentacles are health, wealth, happiness, like your lifestyle on planet Earth. And so Four of Pentacles isn't a huge amount of money, but it is saying you have a strong foundation for to build on. It's talking about, there's 3 levels of making money. And this is safe money, where you maybe don't like to take risks with your money. You like to play it safe. And this is going after your heart's desires and then your crowning glory. And you notice he has his back to the city. And so it's very rare to be a hero in your own hometown. So he may have discovered that this is the energy of either selling yourself short because, this is a shorter person, and playing it small kind of energy, like just not taking the risks or not being able to have opportunities where he comes from. And that's not uncommon. It's very rare to be a hero in your own hometown. So maybe he needs to go and expand his horizons elsewhere kind of energy. This energy could be your energy, or it could be someone that you're hiring for advice. That quite often people go to the King of Swords for advice. So we'll see, what is this about? This is the energy that how you identify with yourself right now. So your self-image is saying you're in a lot of regret. And I already explained, the options there kind of. And then we have, this is about abundance. And so you don't feel abundant right now. You feel really disappointed in life, basically, is the energy. And then the communication from your early life, it's kind of like you expected more from life, and that's kind of the disappointment and regret has you trying to. You're a wounded warrior, so you are someone who you're gonna get up, you get up in the morning, you go to work, you do what you need to do that day, but then you probably come home feeling very exhausted and just not really wanting to partake in life in general. You just feel like you're doing the same old everyday kind of energy, just surviving kind of energy. That's the kind of energy. And when you might actually this is actually there's only 10 wands, so this is 9, and so you have clearly worked very hard, but the pentacles aren't there for all your hard work. That's the energy here, and then this is emotional foundation. So it's you want the truth. And then maybe once you have the truth, you'll be able to move forward. And then we have, this is about your creativity, romance, and children. And it's sitting in this position here. So it could be, sometimes, as I said, this can represent a divorce lawyer, especially after this energy. So maybe you're fighting to have custody of your children or something like that, and your foundation, having to divide everything, and then, the family home, all of that kind of energy. And so this is, your daily routine has really been disrupted, and, your health and everything, you have to consider what's going on here, and you understand that though. You're tired, but you've kept going kind of energy. And you're not, and this energy quite often when we have the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords show up in a reading together, it quite often does represent a separated or divorced couple. And she's not looking if you look at the energy here, they're not looking at each other at all. And they both feel this energy. That's what I feel. I feel you're going through a separation or divorce because of some infidelity. Sorry to hear that, but let's see how we can make this situation better rather than more bitter. It would benefit you. We do have the Emperor coming in here. So the Emperor is representing the external forces. Emperor is someone is probably very high up in the judicial system. Someone that you can go to. The Emperor is all four kings rolled into one, so he's very aware of his emotions. He's very wise, very intelligent. He's, he understands matters of love, etc. So this is someone in an authority position as well. So this could be, I feel like this was more likely to be your partner, or this is you and this is your partner. Because when these two show up together, that's generally what it is. And maybe you're doing your best to have a settlement. This could be a mediator, or this could be someone like a judge, that is going to judge the case, that kind of energy. And the Emperor has his armor on underneath his robe, so he's ready to get up at a moment's notice and get the job done. He's all about performance. That's the kind of energy. And so this is representing the external forces. The internal forces are what keeps you up at night, when you're if you're in a situation like this, what if there's not enough money? What if what about the children? What if this happens? What if that happens? That's how you can tell it's internal forces, because you're generally asking what if, and it's you could stay in a loop like that, and have your mind running. And the external forces is more when you're waking up in the middle of the night and going, what the F? I've been doing everything I can to do everything right, and then this is the situation, kind of like that. And it's external forces that you don't have control over. You can't control what other people do or say. You can, however, control your reaction or your response to what's going on. And then we have the Page of Wands coming in. And so the Page of Wands is bringing in some form of communication. So the Page of Wands represents the element of fire. And as you can see, he's very much admiring his wand. And so this is, I feel this is going in the position of marriage, commitment, and partnerships. And I feel like someone was really admiring their wand and kind of got into, how people, what do they call it? It's just escaping me right now. When people go through in their 40s, it'll come to me. So this is someone that was acting very like a young adolescent boy under the age of 21, and I'm not getting that's what this is. It could be, but doubtfully. I feel like this is a married couple that's been together for a while, and you're having to divide your assets, and you have children, and there's all sorts of things going on. And there was some sort of infidelity because one of you was in, or both of you, it could be, were in a situation where you kind of wanted your to experience what it was like when you were feeling passionate and exuberant and enthusiastic about life. And so that's and the thing is about the Page of Wands is that quite often he thinks with his little head. So it's kind of that, infidelity type of energy. So very impulsive energy. And right now, it's the 31st, and tomorrow will be the first day of February, and we have the full moon tonight. It's tonight and tomorrow. You can really feel the energy of the full moon for about 3 days before and after, for sure. And so it's really important, I feel, for you at this time to recognize that the full moon energy can be very volatile, and you don't want to do anything impulsive. That's just what I'm getting, because it's not going to empower you if you do. It's better if you respond to this energy rather than react to it. And the full moon is in Leo, so it's fiery. And the thing about this full moon is where Aquarius is directly opposite Leo on the horoscope wheel. And so the energy of Aquarius is looking after the needs of the family, the responsibilities of the business, as you have both been, it looks like both have been doing this. And but it's also talking about Leo saying, hey, I want to look after myself. Like I can't keep going like this. I'm tired of looking after everybody else. I'm hurting. I really want to be considering I need to express myself kind of energy. And the thing is about this is that with the volatility of the emotions on the full moon, you don't want to do anything like impulsive. You notice this this Page of Wands has a feather in his cap, and so this is communication coming in. And it could be, in the old days, he'd be in the court and he would be delivering it by hand. So you don't want to be going and sending emails, like shooting emails off, shooting off your mouth, going into someone's home and telling them off. Especially if you found out, this could be communication where you found out who was cheating with your spouse kind of energy. You don't want to be sending off emails in anger. You don't want to be phoning people. You don't want to be sending text messages. You're better off just shut your phone off and lock it in a drawer somewhere and just stay home if you have to and meditate as much as you can, because I just am getting this like kind of impulsive energy, and it won't do you good. It would be a bad idea. This is talking about planting like 6 seeds, 6 pentacles here. And so this is kind of, the energy is saying that you'd be better off to like plant seeds for your future. Like, where do you want to be? Maybe make some plans, look up, like if you're looking to maybe make a move, or you're thinking maybe I'll move out of this city or wherever I am, and you might want to do some research and just look forward, that kind of energy. And so this is talking about the give and take in life. And especially in this situation, it's kind of talking about the give and take of the pentacles. This is representing, of course, money in part, but it's also your lifestyle, your health, wealth, and happiness. So this person is getting coin, and this one is not. And the reason, there's scales of justice above this one's head, and there's something in his pocket already. So this is talking about a fair distribution of assets, basically, the give and take of that. And then we have, I feel like this is talking about heartbreak. So we have, when you look at this, I mean, it speaks for itself. But having said that, when you look again, you go, okay, there are 3 swords in this person's heart. Having said that, the swords are actually really small in comparison to the heart. So they're more like pins or nails. So it's something you could possibly heal from. And this looks like it could be a cliff with a cloud, or is it a human being? And this is their throat and the shoulders and the head. And so this is about harsh words being spoken. It could be a lot of people gossiping about the situation, that kind of energy. And there's 2 together, and then this one dividing them in the middle. So this is saying there was an infidelity, basically, and a heartbreaking decision is being made, basically. And that would be, I feel, divorce. We have the Knight of Pentacles come in. So maybe this has been in the process for a while. This could be past, present, or future. And so wherever you are in this journey, it's talking about, the Knight of Pentacles is talking about some information coming in from the Pentacles, like gain. So this is good. The information is coming in, okay, about the cheating. And now this is coming in, okay, about the division of the assets. And this can take a really long time, especially if it's gone to court. Like if you weren't able to work it out and mediate it, and it goes to court, it can get very expensive. And I feel like that's basically saying, like, you had 6 pentacles and now you're down to 4 between the 2 of you. So you have to come to some sort of agreement. And this is the slowest moving knight of all the nights. He's actually at a standstill and kind of lost for, okay, what's going to happen, you know? And it gets to the point where you have to decide, like, we have to come to some sort of agreement, or there won't, you know, the lawyers will have eaten all this money up with, you know, and it's expensive to go to court. So then we look at what's coming up next. Then once this is over, I feel that you're going to have an opportunity. This is the happiest card in the deck. So this energy is talking about, this is kind of cool. This energy is talking about you as a child and being on a pony, and look at your carefree, no reins, no fear whatsoever, and carrying this heavy banner, but just being able to handle it. And there's all these sunflower plants, and they follow the sun. So the sun represents God, and it's also the happiest card in the deck, so it reflects on all the rest of the reading. So even though this is a challenging situation, it's saying that you were meant to be happy, and you will be happy again. Plus, the other thing I'm noticing is we have a horse here now. And so on the first, we have the moon, and that would be a really good time to release, because on the 17th of February, we do have a new moon coming in. On that same day, we have the first day of the Chinese New Year, and it's in the fiery horse energy. And the fiery horse energy is very high-spirited. It's like setting high goals, a lot of heart, like horses are heart. I feel that this is going to resolve, and then you'll be happy again, even though you maybe can't feel that now. I feel like that, you know, you'll heal from this, and you'll like it'll be better than fighting, like, you know, that kind of energy. And so the year of the horse starts on the 17th, and we're in the year of the snake right now. And what do snakes do? They shed their skin. So this is talking about really using this weekend to really chill out, like, and to really let go of what anything that's holding you back from having the happiness that you want. And you know, if you want to take a look, I did finish uploading for every sign more information about the full moon and the astrological effects around that, if you want to look into that more. It's on my playlist on my channel. And okay, and then look at this. I'm laughing because we were talking about the what ifs and the ifs and whatever, talking about coming about that energy. And I'm not laughing at the situation, but this card represents someone that's either in a never-ending nightmare. This is generally how it's read, a never-ending nightmare, or waking up in the wee hours of morning with some communication from God in the form of a dream or some sort of insight through your intuition, and trying to remember it here. And so this energy also has this quilt here. And on this quilt, there's these cosmic symbols, which represent that the universe has your back. It has you covered, basically. But this card has been coming up. This will be the 10th reading. There's only 2 other readings that this did not come up in, and you're the last one that I'm doing right now. And this is talking about total, complete boredom. And so I feel that whatever energy that your relationship was in, this infidelity happened because of just boredom in the relationship. And this represents Groundhog Day. But the thing is, like, I'm going to post something about this, because it, like, every single reading except for 2, and the 2 that didn't have this in it were one was the weirdest reading I think I've ever done. Like, it was like there was nothing of the element of the sign, and it was kind of like a really different reading. And I was like kind of struggling to, like, what is this about? And then when I clarified it, it was like, oh, it was just like a difficult time for a lot of people, I think, on the planet right now, for whatever reason. But this is representing Groundhog Day. You know, like when every day's the same and the routine's the same and all you do is work and you're tired and you're bored and you just want to look for, you want some passion in your life. So maybe you stray, that kind of energy. And the thing is that people think, like when it comes to Groundhog Day, I was like, why is this card coming up now? And of course, on the first, it's the full moon. The second is Groundhog Day in February. And so that's why. And the thing is like, we are taught, and I don't, like, you still see pictures of it like this, that the planets all go around the sun in a perfect circle like this. And they're all like, some are further away, but they're like this. And so that's like a record, you know, that's in the same groove year after year. But what we're really doing is we're spinning and we're spiraling and we're curling through space and we're moving. So we're never in the same place at the same time. So it feels like, because we have daily routine, that we're doing the same old thing and the same old thing, like year after year kind of energy, but we're not. We're never in the same place at the same time. And once people realize that, it gives you like that understanding, like, no, you're not. You have a routine every day, but every day is slightly different from the last. And the one thing that you can count on in life for sure is change. And that's kind of recognizing that. So sometimes change is what it needs. And like for there to be like 12 readings and 10 of them this card comes up in, is saying a lot of people on the planet right now are feeling this energy. And the 2 readings that weren't feeling this energy were feeling worse. So it was just that kind of week. It just feels like that's the kind of energy. And there's a lot, like if you turn on the news and that, there's just so much happening. And it's like, I don't know, it's just kind of, people are kind of, what's the word I would use? Just kind of, well, disappointed, but kind of like fed up, you know. Let's have some fun now, you know, like that kind of energy. And it is, you know, it's been a long winter for some, and a lot of parts of North America have had a lot of storms, and there's unrest around the world, and you know, and then all the leaders are out at Davos and they're flying in on their private jets and they're not eating bugs, like, you know, and it's like, why, you know, the discrepancy, I think, is challenging for people at this time. So we're going to look into this. If you are, you may not be liking this reading, but if you're getting some value out of it, give it a like and a comment. It really does empower me to build my channel. And I'm going to clarify now with my oracle cards. Just wanted to explain this to you. You're not the only one. You're not alone. And it's not just, this is even people that are having pretty good readings. Still, this card is coming out. So it's an energy, I feel, that's pretty global right now. Maybe it's even universal, you know. So this is Tales from the Vector, and I started it in 2007. I completed 64 paintings by 2020. I've had it out and about at psychic fairs and you know, at my seminars when I used to have them before the mandates back in 2020 to 21. And now I'm sharing, I'm putting the oracle out finally. I have the paintings done, ready to print, but I don't have the information that I want to be able to put in the book. So in the description box below, the numbers on these cards represent the paintings on my website in the gallery. And that's Tales from the Vector, TAILS, from thevector.com. And it's courtesy of the Intergalactic Federation of Light. Well, I've been tuning into these cards. My cat's nervous because she knows these cards are jumpy and they sometimes hit her in the head. Did you wake up? Yeah, she's like, don't hit me in the head with one of those cards. Okay, here it is. Okay, so we have the Hangman, clarifying the Queen of Swords. So this is talking about the Hangman basically hangs from the tree of knowledge. upside down to gain a different perspective. And that's like a really good idea. Chill out this weekend. Don't you know, if you have to, like I said, put your cell phone in a drawer somewhere so you don't phone, text, email, whatever, do so. And it's having the courage and the integrity and the strength to keep going. And I do feel both parties have done that. This card is in between. So, and I do feel that the Emperor will do a good job here. Like, this is all about performance. And once it's over, the relief will hit you and you'll be like, oh, okay, I can breathe again, kind of energy. We have the energy of Sagittarius coming in. So I just want to explain, when these horoscope cards come up, I'm not talking about, oh, it's a Sagittarius that they were cheating with or something like that, so don't get worked up. This is more the energy of wanting adventure, wanting the knowledge, the truth, so that you can move forward, wanting to do something different, expand your life, and like feeling like, okay, I just want to be able to move forward. And that's kind of the stage that of, you know, where the Sagittarius energy is. And so when I have these cards coming in, it could be that there's a Sagittarius involved, but that's not my intention. So just, you know, use your intuition and just recognize that. We have you showing up in your own reading here, the Pisces energy. That's always good. It shows that, you know, you're like, this is accurate for you. This is talking like senior executive energy. Pisces is the cups energy, and it's about having learned, like, Pisces is the most mature of all the water signs, so it's about having being mature enough to understand how things work in life and having the authority, you know. And this is about sink or swim. So this is understanding that there has to be some resolution here as soon as possible. And that it means that you're going to have balance, you know, regarding the issues. Like, there has to be some give and take here is the energy. And then we have the anger. Yeah, this energy is a karmic space. So anger is the gift that keeps on giving, because if you're angry, then you're going to pass that down to your children, and then they're going to pass that down to their children. And so this is talking about just, you know, releasing that, like I said, like recognizing, a lot of times people use anger, especially if you're in this space where you're exhausted. Sometimes anger can really fire people up and make you feel motivated, but it's hard on the body. Like, it's it's very exhausting for the body. It's acidic. So it's kind of, don't motivate yourself through anger, and don't react to the energy, because you'll regret it. Justice is coming in. The truth is coming out. You're going to know what happened. There's going to be karma, you know, distributed. The universe does it different than the judicial system. If there's some disagreement on the assets, I feel that this is saying there's going to be justice. It will be a fair settlement, that kind of energy. And then we have, the transition here. So I feel it's very close to being resolved. It's almost like I can see this sword of justice being cut through, kind of energy. Once everybody gets to the truth, then the truth hurts, but then it sets you free. And then we have the Hierophant. Yes, so the Hierophant is basically a traditional structure where someone is an authority. And the thing about the Hierophant is that he has his right hand in the sign of a blessing. And it's talking about not just justice on the physical, but also justice in the spiritual realm. And so this is something that you'll be able to heal from. That's the kind of energy I'm getting again, because this is, you know, sometimes, like, what the truth can be really challenging, but it's a blessing in disguise when you get the truth. And then we have the Emperor, clarifying the Emperor. So I feel like this is saying, yes, the Emperor is all about performance. I feel that whoever you went to, or the court system or whatever, that the person if it's a judge, that they're going to be experienced and know how to handle this. And then we have the High Priestess energy. And so this is talking about using your intuition as well as your logic. So understanding that this is in the position of your marriage, as I said, your partner in marriage, or like commitments kind of energy. So it's talking about being able to, your intuition maybe was telling you something, and I feel that your intuition, this is saying your intuition was correct. That's the good news. You can trust your intuition. Then we have, there was a blind spot for sure, and that's in the transition. So the blind spot is now not a blind spot. You'll have the information, and I feel like that's like the decision. It's heartbreaking, but it's kind of like you're like in this energy. I'm not doing this, and it may not be the first time that this has happened in the relationship, and you're just done. Like, and it's okay to be done. You deserve to have a good life. And then this is the healing, the power of spin. So this is talking about, in my oracle, the chariot is talking like this is happening. It's already in the works. But my chariot is the yin yang symbol. So it's this saying this balance from the hangman kind of energy of your masculine and your feminine energies coming together and being able to put, get things like moving in a more balanced way kind of energy. And that, I feel it's talking about the healing of the broken heart energy. We have the devil coming in. So I wasn't surprised to see this card, because in this kind of situation, the devil represents temptation. And is the devil going to tempt you with something ugly? No, the devil's going to tempt you with something beautiful and shiny, and you're in this energy of boredom, and it's not an excuse, but it's an explanation basically. And so this energy of temptation, when the devil comes in, I always cover it to see what. Because the devil doesn't do their own dirty work. And in my oracle, the devil card is actually a beautiful dragonfly that is like hot pink, and she's just adorned with, jewels. And this energy is saying, that temptation is like, it's that kind of like, that's the energy. It's temptation is what it is. And so this is manipulative energy, and you're not going to get the truth from that. And there's always someone kind of sent in to do that. So it's kind of like, here we have some illusions. And this is talking about the moon energy in my oracle is reckless abandon, WRECK. So it's talking about discipline of the mind. Like if you have discipline of your mind, then you're going to not end up like in this situation here. Having said that, it's about like the moon is the hidden illusions coming out, and I feel like you're going to get the satisfaction of knowing the whole truth. And I feel for you, whatever reason, that's very important to you. You want to know the facts around the situation. And there we have, some people don't want to know, some people do. The Scorpio energy, yeah, the sexual gladiator of the of the horoscope, that's the energy. It's not saying it was a Scorpio, but this is the happiest card in the deck. So it's also talking about, you can use this situation to elevate your consciousness, or instead of like trying to, and even if you're separating from your partner, it's talking about like being able to unite your own masculine and feminine qualities, so that if you get in another relationship, everything you've learned from this one is going to empower you. And if you heal from it and you get in another relationship, because the statistics aren't very good for if you've been divorced, if you don't do the healing work, if you don't take the time, then you have a tendency to repeat the same old shift with someone else kind of energy. So it's not saying that it's your fault that your partner cheated or that kind of energy. I'm talking about there's reasons why there was so much boredom in the relationship. And so, what is the final card here? Yeah, we have degradation. So I feel like that's talking about degradation of just the everyday feeling between two people. And what's interesting is marriage is it's like an entity of itself. And so sometimes the marriage becomes more important than the people in it. You know what I mean? Like it becomes like oh, we're going to stay together because we're so, like that kind of energy. And the marriage, it doesn't get, like, it doesn't consider the people within it. And it's coming back to this full moon energy of really needing to express yourself and being able to find that find that soft space within your heart to have forgiveness for yourself and your partner so that you can move forward. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone the action or that you ever want to speak to them again. It doesn't matter. Forgiveness is just so that you can heal and move forward in your life. So this reading, this is, I feel, a reading about healing and how to heal in a situation that's very heartbreaking, really. It's like I can feel the sadness here. But having said that, I can also see when this card comes out that the sun, like this too shall pass kind of energy. So please do give it a like and comment if you have benefited from this, and consider subscribing to the channel if you resonate. I will be back with another reading. Hopefully, Pisces, it'll be a little more cheerful than this the next time. Bye for now.